Welcome everyone. Welcome to Is Your Six Covered? Talking about hiking boots and different inserts that you can utilize to make it a little more comfortable. So, without further ado, basically here's an old set of Solos, and you can tell they've had some miles on them. The tread's worn out, but I really like this boot. It was a good boot, lasted for quite a few years. I liked it so much that I bought a new pair. So there's kind of the difference. Now the soles are nice. They're tacky when you're climbing rocks and that kind of stuff, but they're also last a long time. You know, and the mud doesn't get stuck in them, so it has a good tread pattern in order for the mud to get out of them. It's a good hiking boot for if you have a medium weight bag or anything lighter. If you're going to carry something that's 40, 50, 60 pounds or even more, you're going to probably want to go to something a little stronger that's on the sides. But this is a well-constructed boot. You know, it's pretty durable. It's got a hard bottom, so you're not feeling the rocks when you're walking across them. It's got a good lacing system. Great rubber toe. You can see right here. You know, compared to the old one, you know, it's definitely done its work. So I really thought these boots were good, so I went out and bought another pair. But the one thing on any shoe, whether it's it's a running shoe or a hiking shoe, maybe even a fly fishing boot, is having a good insert. And I'll give you an idea of the difference. This is the one that comes with it. And there's nothing really wrong with it, except you can make your boot even more comfortable. You know, it's real thin. It's just thin. It's got felt on the bottom. It's got some rubber towards the heel, but there's really no cushion in there. So over the years and over trying out different stuff and figuring out what better options are out there, I've tried a few different ones, and here's an example of one of them. It was a Spinco. Just says Polyzorb by Spinco. It's basically a green. I actually thought this was a super feet when I purchased one, because I bought a pair and I really liked them. They were in another older pair of hiking boots than these ones. But what's nice about these, and I don't know if this is new or not, but they used to just come, I believe, in green. I'm not 100% on that, but now there's a few different colors. There's an orange, a black, a blue, and a green. And there might even be a few more than that. And here's the box. Super feet, blue. It depends on your sole. The green are for a higher sole. The blue, and then I can't remember the other colors, but you work your way all the way to black, and black is basically a really flat foot with no arch in it. That's kind of so that's a box of it. But this is definitely the way to go if you're going to be out on the trail, or any boot, your work boot that you're in all day long for 14 hours a day or whatever the case may be. Just having a good set of inserts can mean the difference between night and day. So these are pretty nice because they have a plastic, hardened shell on the bottom, and inside of that is fitted. I don't know if you can see you can kind of see the arch. But if you go from these to these, it's just a thin, even look at the difference in thickness on these right here. I don't know if I'm getting the right angle. They're about the same thickness in the front, but depending on, this just has a little more cushion, but it's built strong enough where it's going to last and not sit there and wear out or break down too fast. So here's kind of the difference in some tying. A lot of people, they buy hiking boots, and there's 100 different ways to tie them. But I'll show you an example of how I tie a hiking boot. And a lot of people think that the laces are really long, so they tie them like they normally would a tennis shoe, and then they have a big old loops, and then they got a bunch of crap hanging down. So let me turn the camera down so you can see what I'm talking about here. So when you tie a hiking shoe, you're going to make sure it's centered around your foot. You're going to snug it up. You cross them over like you normally would any other tennis shoe. Okay? And then when you tie them, you're going to go ahead and tie it like you normally would. This is where everybody would end. But you're actually going to bring those back down to the bottom of the eyelets. Okay? And then you'll suck it up a little more to make it tighter. And then from there, you'll actually tie just a regular knot that you would. And then you basically have no strings left. Now this one, this is an old pair of boots, so the little thing wore off on the end. This one's starting to go a little bit. But that's how I tie my hiking boots. And as you can see, these things are pretty tattered. I got everything from pipe glue, working one day, fixing some sprinkler pipes on there, everything up to mud and whatever else. But you can see the wear where I dragged my foot. I'm actually into the shoe now, so the sole's completely gone there. But that's not the shoe's fault. Shoes are only going to last so long. But if you're looking for durability, comfort, a good ankle support around your ankles so you're not rolling them, out in the hills or the trails. It's just a great all-around hiking boot. So a Solo. Now they don't make this model anymore. This model's, I believe, has been discontinued. I looked to see if I could get another pair of these, but they basically renamed them. But they got a Gore-Tex lining. A great sole, good traction. This right here is so durable. You can sit here and scrape your knife all day on it, and it's just, I don't know what this stuff. I think it's actually I don't know what it's called. It's got like a rubber, kind of a rubbery cloth material. This on the front toe is straight up rubber, like a climbing shoe. It's nice if you need to dig your toe into some rocks to, basically do some bouldering. Then you can. But I wanted you guys out there to, if you're looking for a hiking shoe and you're not sure what kind you want to get, now these are pricey. You can get a cheaper pair of hiking boots, but they probably aren't going to last and hold up as long. Like the stitching on this one, and I don't know how many miles I have. People that talk about boots and hiking boots tell you how many miles they put on them. I've had these boots a long time, so I don't know how many miles I had on them. But look at this, the stitching's barely just starting to go right now, and these shoes are old. They've been around a long time. A lot of shooting and hiking and hunting has gone into these boots, and they just keep on trucking. And I basically just bought a new pair because the soles were worn out, so I was starting to slip a lot. So there's kind of the difference. And these ones I've had for about a year as well. So, look at the difference of what the treading looks like. So if you're in the market for a pair of good hiking boots, these are the ones to look for. Here's the name. It's A-S-O-L-O, a Solo. And if you're looking for some great comfort to put in any of the shoes you have, Superfeet are the way to go. And basically you find the size you want, you put the old insert in. You take the old insert out, I should say. You match it up. These aren't the same size. But you basically match it up, mark it on here, and then just cut it with either a razor blade or scissors. Slide it back in your boot, tennis shoe, whatever it is, skateboard shoe, and you're good to go. You'll have a lot happier walk, a lot happier hike, and you'll have a bigger smile out on the trail having fun. Less time worrying about your feet, and that's about it. So give me some comments. Tell me what you think. If you guys got better ideas, or if you've had these boots before and you've had problems, or if you've upgraded to the newer version of these, give me some comments. I want to know, because I really want to go to a 10.5. I think my foot's grown a little bit, so I'm thinking about moving up to a 10.5. So take care, have a good one, and remember, is your 6 covered? Thanks.